What is going on, YouTube? I hope you are having a great day. Today is not so great of a day here in the GTA, but I am super excited because today I am starting my car reviewing career with one hell of an example of an ultimate luxury all-terrain SUV. And of course, I'm talking about the all brand new G63 AMG. What an example of a crazy SUV we have here. It's a very love-hate relationship. Some people think it's amazing, which I do. I love the off-road military look of it, along with all the luxury features it has. But at the same time, some people think it looks like a toaster on wheels. Completely disagree, but it's a love-hate relationship. Let's take a closer look at this SUV. First of all, I'd just like to apologize for the wind. As I said, it's not the greatest day, but I couldn't pass up the opportunity to take a look at this car. Here we have it. I'll do a quick walk around. As I said, everything on this SUV is brand new. They completely rebuilt this thing from the ground up. As much as it still has a lot of things that look to make it look like the previous generation, this thing from the ground up is completely rebuilt. In fact, from what I have found out, there is only 3 things on this SUV that is come from the previous generation G-Wagon. So starting from the front here, we have the headlight washers. This has been passed down from the previous generation. I believe it is the exact same washer. That is why I'm saying that. Second of all, we have, let me just go around to the driver's side, get you guys a quick peek of the interior. This model has been fully spec'd out. As you take a look at the interior, you can see it's not missing anything. It's red and black, all the beautiful red accents, carbon fiber everywhere that you would want it to be. So anyway, back to the second thing. Second thing they've kept, the classic clunk of the military door. I love it. I love it. People that buy these things love that door. For some reason, on such an expensive SUV, having a door that barely closes is something to look for. Number 3, we have the classic G-Wagon wheel on the back. That has been passed down from the previous generation, and that is literally all that is the same from the previous generation. So if we go and take a look around the front, as you can see, it has a similar look, obviously, but everything is just slightly more rounded. Everything's not as jagged. The edges are slightly rounded, but it still has the boxy feel of it. Still has the lights on the front pillars here to give it that off-road look. But the headlights are new. The new style AMG grille, it has the vertical bars rather than the horizontal ones from the 550. And everything is new. So diving deeper into everything is new, literally from the frame up, everything is new. It has a new ladder type frame, which actually has given it more ground clearance. So now, as you can see, it has amazing ground clearance. The lowest part is literally the side exit exhaust. So having that ladder type frame has made it so the transmission can sit above the frame, the engine sits above the frame, everything is sitting above the frame. It doesn't have a subframe. So now it has way more clearance, giving it way more of off-road capabilities. And including with that, I'm pretty sure it is because of it having such great ground clearance, as well as the redesigned front bumper. The front bumper now has a 31-degree angle of ascent, so it can go up on 31 degrees or come down from 31 degrees, and the back has a 33 angle, which I believe is 2 degrees greater on the front and 1 on the back, I think. Don't mark me on that. But that is the exterior of it. It looks pretty similar to the old one, but at the same time, completely redefined. A little more rounded edged. Looks good. Let's go take a look on the inside, where actually the biggest change has happened. Although everything on the outside is different, Aside from the headlight washers, the door latch, and the rear wheel, the inside has by far taken the biggest change. All right, coming to take a look at the interior. I showed you the door already. It's got carbon fiber accents, red to match with the rest of the interior. This is a red and black looking truck. Everything down to even just the bezels for the speakers just scream class. You go around, everything in here has been redesigned. The seats look amazing. Quilted leather. It's got more of a bucket seat to keep you planted in there, because after all, this does have 577 horsepower. Let's not forget that, along with 627 foot-pounds of torque. Those are outrageous numbers. Oh, I didn't close the door properly. Slam that thing shut. Now look at this interior. It is beautiful. Just beautiful. Starting right up here on the dash, we now have twin 12.3-inch digital displays. Very nice. You can customize them however you want. I'm not quite 100% sure how to use all these dials, and it's not my vehicle, so I don't want to mess around with it very much. But you can change everything you want on here, everything on here. Everything is changeable. Like, even look at this steering wheel. This is a proper AMG steering wheel. Even down to the fact that right here, this is almost like the Blackberries back in the day, the little touchpads. Everything in here is beautiful, beautifully done. Down to these, they almost look like they resemble the headlights. We have our differential locks, the front, middle, rear. This thing actually is quite off-road capable, which I don't think anyone who buys this SUV is really going to use it for. Even looking over here, the holy shit handle, carbon fiber accent, red stitching, everything is beautiful in here. Completely redesigned. The back seats to match. They have heated seats back there. Everything is just on point. On point. Everything is beautiful. I'm not really sure. Yeah, that goes through all these screens. Beautiful. Let me just take a step out so I can give you a better look at it from afar. There's the steering wheel. Like, this has to be one of my favorite steering wheels. It's got so much going on, but it's so beautifully put together. Awesome. The 12-inch dashes, that's just crazy. Beautifully put together. Let's take a look at the back seat. Slam that door. Any excuse to open and close these doors. I love it. Same thing. Rear seats, same treatment. Carbon fiber, red accents everywhere. Beautifully put together. Beautifully put together. Even the vents in the back still have the same luxury look in the front. Carbon fiber in the middle. Amazing. So now we've looked at the outside, we've looked at the interior. Let's take a look at the new power plant. And as you can see, it's starting to snow. I'm sorry if this seems a bit rushed, but I wanted to get this video in because this car is one of my favorites. Let's take a look at what's under the bonnet. Now, before we look under the hood, I just have to say, I wasn't the hugest fan of when this car first came out, the first couple looks at it. But now that I'm looking at it up close and personal, it is beautiful. I really like the old G-Wagon because it was just a straight up box with lines and pure power, but it had a problem with the suspension and everything. I didn't care. I just like the look of it. I am actually really starting to like the look of this. It's been redefined in just the right amount of ways. This is literally the rebirth of the G-Wagon. Everything is new. Everything is beautiful, including this bad boy right here. This is the new 4-liter V8 twin turbo. Two twin scroll turbos are on this. And when I say new engine, I don't mean this is a new Mercedes engine. I just mean it's new to this chassis. So this has a new engine, new transmission. The suspension is new. The suspension they have made 50% stiffer to try and solve the problems they were having with people saying it has a lot of body roll. So 50% stiffer suspension. Everything is new on this car. It's 5 inches wider, 2 inches longer. It's also a little bit higher, so the headroom inside is amazing. The passenger room actually in the back has been said to be a lot better than it was before, which with only 2 inches longer is actually a good accomplishment, because I've heard the back storage space in the trunk is a lot more. The passenger footwell is a lot bigger, so there's more room for the passengers in the back, along with it being wider, so now the side to side is nicer for the people in the front. A lot more room. God, this thing's awesome. And even when you close this, it's got that military clunk. Love it. Now, this wouldn't be a proper review if I didn't at least get a little glimpse of what that new 4-liter twin turbo V8 engine sounds like. So without further ado, I guess another reason just to open and close this door. Without further ado, let's start her up and see what she sounds like. I'll do a startup and then I'll do a couple revs after she warms up. Settles down, it's a nice, very nice low rumble. I'll let it warm up and then we'll do a couple revs. Alright, the RPMs have settled down a bit. Let's see what it sounds like with a couple revs. That is awesome sounding. I don't know if this video picked it up, but the whole truck shakes side to side when I rev it up. Alright, so I messed up. That was actually a sound clip of it in comfort mode. So now I'm gonna go ahead and drop it in the Sport Plus, and we can do a comparison of what it sounds like in comfort and in Sport Plus. I'm also gonna change it from comfort now so you can hear the difference while it's changing into Sport Plus. There is no denying how much more aggressive that sounds than in comfort mode. That is awesome. So now that I have the vehicle started up, I actually just noticed this cool display here. It tells you the on-demand boost, horsepower, and foot-pounds of torque, which is pretty sweet. So let's rev it up and you can kind of see it goes up as you're going, which will show you, as I said, an on-demand horsepower and torque and boost levels, which is pretty sweet. Now I know you can change these dials and it can show you a G-force meter and all that kind of stuff, but as I said, it's not my vehicle. I'm not 100% sure on how all these dials work, so I don't really want to go messing around with this vehicle. Perhaps sometime I'll make another video on it and show you guys all that kind of cool stuff, but I just wanted to show you that. So there you guys have it, the all new G63 AMG, completely redone. I hope you guys liked the video. Subscribe. I have a lot more car content coming. The person who owns this vehicle actually has a lot of other very cool cars. I got some Ferraris that I'm going to video, Porsches, all sorts of stuff. Some really cool Camaros, a ZR1. I got a lot of cool content that I can start putting out there. I just want to make sure that there actually is a want for it. So if I see people subscribing to my channel and they're liking my videos, 100% I'm going to keep going. I'm going to push as hard as I can with reviewing cars, and I'm going to keep going with it. One last look at her. Let's get one last door close. God, I love that. Awesome, guys. Thank you. I apologize again for the weather. It is very, very crappy weather out here. I'm starting to get snowed on and ice rain. So I'm sorry if this video was a little short. I may have fumbled up on a couple portions, but you guys got to see the all new G63 AMG, and that's all that matters. So hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you on the next one.